Hello. Welcome, Donna. Welcome, Maureen and Pat and Meryl. Okay, wonderful. Today is Monday, May 4th. So I thought I would really remember to start announcing that because they're all kind of, not just our Mondays are going into each other, but so are our yoga classes. So I hope everyone has had a good day leading up to this. Just wondering how many more months we'll be doing this. I have a feeling at least a couple, rather than being in person. So I'm going to come up and see who else is joining us. Hi, Patty. Welcome. Okay. So we have some good things planned for today. My reading today is about patience. So I want to have patience because I'm finding that I want this COVID quarantine to be over and done with, but of course I have to have patience because it's going to be a while. I'm not sure how everyone else is feeling, but I had to draw on a lot of patience today. So I'm doing a breathing technique, the 3-part breath. When we get everyone here, just a few more minutes, but that's the breathing where I'll have you put one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly, and then as we inhale, we want to feel our chest expand, our ribs expand, and our belly expand, breathing as deeply as we can. And then our belly comes in, we're now exhaling, the ribs come in, feel them come together, and then the chest, right? Feel the chest lower. We want to do this without raising our shoulders, so we'll get our nice posture first. Okay, let's see who else is here. Hi, Terry. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Gail. Okay, good. So, okay. I was just checking to see if I had the light on. One more minute. Feel free to sit on a blanket. Today is May 4th. We have a nice yoga class planned today. We'll do our usual on Monday nights, which is plenty of stretching, strengthening, and relaxation as well. So we'll, I've actually, when we first started this, we've lengthened the class so we have more time for Shavasana. So I try to save time for Shavasana. You know how sometimes I lose track of it, but so that's because it's so important to kind of bring everything together and re-energize in our Shavasana. So today we're going to start with our 3-part breath. It's good to, especially during allergy season, just checking, to make sure we can breathe deeply. If we find ourselves yawning a lot, that might be just because our lungs are not getting enough air, we're not getting enough oxygen in, and that can make us really tired because we're not getting oxygen circulating around our brain and the rest of our body. So, all right, so we're ready to get started. Let's sit, if you want, sit on a blanket or a pillow. And we'll start with a breathing technique. the three-part breath. Anytime we do something just like anything else, I want you to just get either comfortable with it after breathing a few times in that way, or go back to your natural way of breathing, whatever that is for you. Hi, Diane, welcome. And because it's all about what feels right for you. Yoga is a practice for that reason. We're practicing and we're always tapping into how we're feeling physically and emotionally. So our three-part breath, we'll take our hand on our belly. We'll take another hand on our chest. It doesn't matter which hand. Because what we're going to do is, as we inhale, we'll feel our chest rise, keeping our shoulders down and back, keep a nice straight spine. And we'll feel our ribs expand and then feel our belly expand, right? So, and the belly, it's really important too for the belly to expand because, right, then we know the lungs are pushing down and they're making our organs, our diaphragm is making our organs press down and making our belly push out. So getting as deep as you can. And then as we exhale, we're going to pull our belly in to release the air, the oxygen, carbon dioxide. I was going to say carbon monoxide. No, not that. Ribs and chest, right? So let's try it. So just holding here. And when you're ready, we're going to take a nice, slow, deep breath, feeling the chest rise. Feeling the ribs expand, feeling the belly expand, and then exhale slowly, belly comes in, ribs knit together a little bit, chest lowers. The chest rising and lowering is not a big move. We want to keep those shoulders back, nice long spine and neck, inhaling, chest, ribs, belly, exhaling, belly, ribs, chest, inhaling, chest, ribs, belly, exhaling, belly, ribs, chest, and continue that way for several breaths. Or, like I said, go back to any comfortable breathing technique or comfortable breathing that is right for you. We're breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the nose. You may not feel that Ujjayi breath happening as well, which is great for the nervous system, relaxing the nervous system. There's no right or wrong way. As long as you're breathing deeply, try to slow your breath down. Try to take the time to really expand through the lungs, deepest part of the lungs. And as you continue breathing, I'm going to do a reading from The Language of Letting Go, Melody Beattie. And today it's titled Patience. How sick and tired we may become of people telling us to be patient or to learn patience. How frustrating it can be to want to finally have something or to move forward and then not have that happen. How irritating to have someone tell us to wait while our needs have not been met and we're in the midst of anxiety, frustration, and inaction. Do not confuse the suggestion to be patient with the old rule about not having feelings. Being patient does not mean we go through the sometimes grueling process of life without having feelings. Feel the frustration, feel the impatience. Get as angry as you need to about not having your needs met. Feel your fear. Controlling our feelings will not control the process. We find patience by surrendering to our feelings. Patience cannot be forced. It is a gift, one that closely follows acceptance and gratitude. When we work through our feelings to fully accept who we are and what we have, we will be ready to be and have more. Today, I will let myself have my feelings while I practice patience. Let's get a few more breaths. And then if your eyes were closed, go ahead and open your eyes. We're going to keep our hands or put them on our thighs if they weren't there and roll our shoulders. We're rolling forward, we're rolling up, we're rolling back and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's go 2 more, just like that. And then our shoulders are back and down. Let's lift our shoulders to our ears, maintaining that nice straight spine, and then press our shoulders back and down. Maybe we feel a stretch through the chest, through the front of the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Remember our rules, right? Keeping the core engaged, whatever that means for you throughout the class. Keep breathing deeply. Let's get a big inhale and exhale. And smiling, sending those endorphins to our brain. And then release. Good. We're going to take our chin to chest, stretching through the back of the neck. Keep that corset nice and laced, nice and strong. And then lifting our head, let's take our head to one side. And from here, we're just dipping the chin and lifting the chin, nice and slow, always gentle and respectful of our neck. And then come back to the other side and dipping and lifting. And then back to the center. Good. We'll roll our shoulders one more time. And then if you're sitting on anything, we're going to release that. And taking ourselves to a nice pose, so lotus pose. We can take our feet here and tuck them into the little crevice between our calf and our thigh, if that feels all right, or whatever way you're comfortable seated. You can have a leg extended. And what we're going to do is maintain that nice, long, strong spine, and let's circle, leading with the heart, and come back to that nice, long, strong spine. So keeping our spine as long as we can, we're leading with the heart here. Take it around in a circle. Now we'll go around to the left and then come back here. This is great for the root chakra, circling around and coming back. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Get length each time, right? And lengthening from the tailbone and reaching each time, getting length. Circle around to the right, halfway. Inhale The other half, exhale and getting tall, and then leading here. So we're going with a straight spine rather than curling forward, right? And then other direction, we don't want to curl forward. It's more of a lifting of the heart. And then coming back to the center. Good. Let's lengthen our legs out, shaking. Kind of let that circulation come back, finding our sit bones. Inhale here, staff pose. Our legs are together, our feet are together. Knees can be a little bent if we have too much tightness back there. Taking our left arm up and over, reaching, lengthening. So we're lengthening, pressing that left hip down and lengthen all the way through the left fingers. We'll bring the shoulder back and feel like we can lengthen the right side as well. Keep breathing deeply, keep zipping, and then to the other side. Good. And then lengthen. And lengthen, also pulling up through the pelvic floor. Not too much weight on this left arm. Lengthen and bring the right shoulder back if that feels okay. Never forcing anything. This is your yoga. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat for staff pose. Staff pose, lifting the heart, lengthening, perhaps lifting the chin a little, and then release. So we're going to flip over onto all fours, lining up our hands with our shoulders, spreading our fingers. The knuckles can take the weight, bringing our shoulders back and down, right? Sometimes we find that our shoulders are kind of hunching up or hunching back. Let's see if we can roll them back and down and lengthen through the spine. Keep a nice neutral spine, which means we're strong through the core. We're not letting ourself arch. We're not curling here. Just neutral, but having that natural curve of your back. Everybody is different. So holding here, what we're going to do is lift the left leg and circle. Keep spreading through the fingers. Keep taking the weight through the knuckles, right, if that feels okay. And then let's circle in the other direction. Remember, inhaling and exhaling, smiling and strong core. And then lower that leg down. Let's do the same for the other leg. Circling like we're drawing a circle with our knee, right? Our leg is not straightening and bending. We're keeping a bent knee. And then circle in the other direction. Sometimes we can take an inhale for one circle and exhale for the second circle, or slow our breath down as much as we want. If we move quicker, so breathing faster is not always the answer, right? So let's go ahead and reach our fingers towards the end of the mat and send our hips back, stretching, breathing. Nice child's pose or puppy or shell stretch. Just let it go here, reaching forward, maybe feeling a nice stretch in and around the shoulders, the pectoral muscles, even the lats, the back, right? Just let it go. Lengthen the spine as much as you can, keeping the belly pulled in. Good. Let's come back to all fours. Let's go ahead and get a stretch through the forearm, through the wrist. You can turn your hand out, always being careful of the shoulder, right? We don't have to force anything here. We're still keeping that elbow soft, even though it's straight and may look like it's hyperextended, right? Keep it soft, and let's take it to the other side. Always reconnecting with the breath. And then come back to the center. Good, spreading our fingers out. We're gonna, so we start with our shoulders above our hands, and then circle back. Keeping those hands right where they are, and circle back up and lengthen. Sometimes we do this where we get a little plank. Today we're coming back to all fours. Circle in the other direction and come back. So we're moving slow enough where we can get a full inhale and exhale halfway up, And then inhale halfway around, exhale using your core. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good. So we're on all fours. We'll take this right hand, threading the needle, bring it under and pulling back. Feel free to lower the head down if that feels all right, as long as we're not putting a lot of pressure. And then breathe into any tight areas throughout the whole body, right? So you might be feeling tight hips, tight low back, tight back of the shoulder, especially if you did some lawn work, yard work this weekend. I know you all were outside doing something. And slowly sliding out, we'll take it to the other side. Threading the needle, lower down, allowing yourself any counter stretches. So you're maybe pressing the forearm gently into the mat of the left arm and sort of pulling back and stretching the back of the left shoulder. Maybe that stretch goes all the way to your back and hip. And then let's go ahead and slide back out and come to our forearms. Here we're going to do our cat and cow, curling and arching. Feel free to adjust so your elbows are right under your shoulders and your knees are right under your hips. And then getting an arch in the back and a curl. And then arching and curling. And then let's reach our hips back, our arms forward. One more child's pose, one more deep inhale and exhale. And let's come back to all fours. So we're making our way to our first down dog of the day. Feel free to pedal it out here. Spend as much time as you'd like, as much breathing as you'd like, sending the stretch back of the body wherever you need to send that stretch, and just breathe into the tight areas. And if you'd like to bring it to a forward fold and then standing, we will be there shortly if you want to go there now instead of spending time in your down dog. And then we'll all bend our knees if you haven't already. Walk forward and then curling up. Strong mountain pose. Engaging the core, lengthening the spine, soft knees. And then feel free to close your eyes in your mountain, allowing your body to sway if that's what's happening. Just observe how you feel coming into your mountain. And scanning from head to toe, pressing those roots deeper and wider into the earth as we rise up. And then when you're ready, opening our eyes. And we'll take two standing sun salutations. Always using the core. So today we're getting right into some work, right? We're going to do sun salutations, but add full sun salutations, adding lunges and lengthening through our lunges. So let's do this together. We'll take an inhale. Use your core. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, lift the heart. Exhale, fold, hands to the mat. Let's step back with the right leg into a lunge. Lower the hips and lift the heart forward, looking forward. Breathe. Then we'll go back to our down dog. So engage the core and bring the left leg back to a down dog. Bending the knees, looking forward. Step the right leg forward, lifting and lengthening, looking forward. And then pull the belly in, coming to a forward fold. Bring the left leg forward. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Let's do it on the left side. Inhale. Exhale. Stepping back with the left leg. Lengthen, rise, lift the heart forward. Exhale to a down dog. Inhale here. Bending the knees. Looking forward. Step the left leg forward. Lifting, lengthening. And then stepping the right leg forward, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times. I'm going to show you from the side so you can see the length that we're getting, right? So let's take an inhale. Exhale, listen to your body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the left leg back. Lengthen here. So we're pressing through our heel. We're lifting our heart. We're keeping this heel down, right? So we don't want to come forward on the toes here, which is a tendency. And then lift and lengthen. And then let's step the left leg back for a down dog. Take your time in your down dog. Find your breath. Let's bend the knees. Let's step the right leg forward and lengthen here. And then step the left leg forward, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Step the left leg back. Lift and lengthen. Step back to a down dog. Take a breath here. Rearrange, whatever. Bend the knees. Let's look forward. Let's step the left leg forward. Lengthen, lift the heart, look forward. And let's step the right leg forward, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Good. How'd you do? How did you do? Because now we'll add on to it, or you can continue doing what you are comfortable with. Okay? So inhaling. This time to our forward fold only. Let's step back with the right leg. Let's lengthen here, and then if you can, lift. Good. Hold the belly in, strong core, hands to heart center, bringing our hands back down. Let's step the left leg back for down dog. Let's bring the left leg forward. Nope, right leg, sorry. And then lift. Hands to heart center, bringing ourselves down, stepping forward, forward fold. So doing, again, what you're comfortable with also in your own time. Let's do the other side. Inhale, exhale, fold. Step back, left leg, lengthen, pressing up. Hands to heart center, and then down to the mat. Stepping the right leg back, down dog. Bending the knees, look forward, step the left leg forward and lift. Always accommodating what feels right for your body. Taking our hands to the mat, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, exhale. Good. Let's do that. We're going through 2 more times, right? One's on the left, one's on the right. Forward fold, step back with the right. Lengthen forward. If you want that to be as far as you're going, that's fine. Or take it up. Strong core, no matter what we're doing. Keep breathing, keep smiling. Let's take this left leg back, down dog. Get a full inhale, exhale here. Looking forward, step the right leg forward, high lunge. Take it up if you'd like. Then back down, stepping the left leg forward, forward fold. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Stepping the left leg back. Lengthen and lift. Hands to heart center, lower down. Step the right leg back. One full breath in our down dog. Stepping the left leg forward. You can lift here through the heart, or you can lift all the way. Okay? It's your yoga. Hands to heart center, stepping forward with the right. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Whew, very nice. Let's take an inhale and lengthen. Reach. Nice strong core. Bringing both arms over to one side. Let's bring this left arm back and shoulder back. So it's really a side stretch. And you can look up, you can look down. How does your neck feel? Keep pressing into our roots. Pull the belly in tighter. Coming to center. Let's take it to the other side. Always breathing. Breathe into wherever you need that. Hopefully we heated up the body, right? Give our muscles a nice smoothing, releasing, relaxing, right? And hands to heart center. So today for our balance pose, while we're up here, I want to do a nice balance pose. And I was planning eagle. I've been seeing a lot of eagles on the internet, not in real life, in person, but on the internet. And it's a good pose. So what we do with eagle is we sort of start in a chair. We sort of sit down, start in a chair. And then while we're here, we'll take the right leg over and try to hook it behind. So let's try that first. Let's just bend into a chair. Our feet are parallel. Strong core. Taking the right knee over the left. And then some people can just wrap their foot right around the calf. No worries if you're not there. I can't really do it. I can just aim it in that direction. So once our legs are here, right, we're pressing through the left roots. Strong. So right leg over the left. Let's bring our arms out, and then we're going to bring our left elbow into our right elbow. We can take the backs of our hands together, or we can wrap our hands around and take the palms together, fingers together. This is a beautiful back of the shoulder stretch. Feel free to lift your elbows and lower your elbows. You can also keep the right toes on the floor here. Just try to maintain that little sitting, because that's what's going to help you in your eagle pose. and then pull the belly in. Let's rise up out of it, back to mountain. Let's take a little mini chair pose. Take the left leg over the right. Maybe that foot goes around. Everybody's different. Maybe the toe is on the floor. Just like a little kickstand, let's bring our arms out. So now we want our right elbow into the left elbow. And if you're here, this is fine. If you can bring your hands together, wrap them around, that's fine. If you're just here, that's fine, right? Wherever your elbows, your shoulders allow you to go. Then feel free to lift and lower. Stay strong, stay breathing. I always say find a drishti, but if you're in an eagle pose, it's hard to see through your arms and hands. So do what's right for you. Come back to our mountain. All right, so we have a chance to try it again. Let's do it together. Take ourselves to our little mini chair. Right leg over the left. Left arm, elbow in the right. And then wherever you want to go with this. Slowly coming out. Find our mountain. Sitting down. Taking the left leg over the right. So when we go here, right, we sort of want to readjust our hips back to the center. So left leg over the right means right elbow in the left. And breathe. Strong core. And when you're ready, coming out, finding mountain. Once again, just allowing ourselves to be in mountain and feel whatever sensations we're feeling. Just observe. Feel free to close your eyes or focus on a drishti. And breathe. When you're ready, opening your eyes if they were closed. Finding our mountain. Let's circle our hip, okay? So we're doing some good hip stuff today. Circling, it's as if we're drawing a circle with our knee here, right? Because our leg is not bending and straightening. And then let's circle in the other direction. And then switching sides. Circle 3 in one direction. Stay strong, stay focused, and 3 in the other direction. Lowering down. So feet are parallel, not necessarily together, but they can be together. We're going to take ourselves to a forward fold, but before we do, actually, you know what? Let's do this. I was going to have us cross our ankles once we're in a forward fold, but I'd like us to do it when we're standing. So let's take our left ankle over our right and flatten the feet. Pull the belly in, inhale. Exhale, pull the belly in, knees are soft. Letting ourselves melt into the floor, adjusting if needed. Keeping both feet as flat as you can. Toes relaxed, pulling up through the arches. The base of the big toe and the baby toe and both sides of the heel pressing into the mat. Just melting over our legs. Let's pull our belly in. Let's roll up. Requires a lot of balance too, right? And then we'll do the other side. Cross the left ankle over the right. Inhale, pull the belly in tighter for the exhale, for the melting, adjusting as needed, keeping the knees bent as much as you need to. Let the neck and head relax, pressing into both sides of both feet. When you're ready, coming all the way up, hands to heart center, and finding our mountain. We're making our way down to the mat, but not without doing some lunges forward like we did in our sun salutation and getting more hip work. So let's take an inhale, exhale, fold, step back with the right leg. Let's lift and lengthen forward. This time we're going to lower the right knee and bringing both hands to the center. If you'd like, you can lower the left knee out to the side and sort of come on the side of your left foot. See how that feels. We're still finding length. And then flatten that left foot back out. Let's take our hands here. Roll the back toes under. Let's come to a down dog. And then stepping the right leg forward, lengthen forward, lower the left knee, and then taking ourselves to the center. Opening up this leg if that's okay. Just going to where it feels good for you. Not all these poses are for everyone. I know who's in class. I know who you are, and I know what you're doing. I know what you're up to. So just do what you're comfortable with. Not so getting to know your body in every single yoga pose, in every single class. Let's take ourselves back here. We're going to roll the back toes under, coming to our down dog, and then bending our knees, sending our hips back, child's pose. Right, so every yoga class that we do, every pose that we do in that particular yoga class is still an observation, an experience, and a learning. So, and just because we were able to do something last week doesn't necessarily mean we're going to smoothly slide into it this week, and vice versa, right? Just because we couldn't do it last week doesn't mean we can't try a little more deeper or something this week in our poses. Always using our breath, always using our core, and our smile. Let's come to all fours. So here we are back at all fours. Then we'll take our right hip to the right, look over our right shoulder, and then left hip to the left, look over our left shoulder, back to the center. Coming to a seated position, and then holding here. So a little bit of, I don't know if we've done this, I know we've done it in Pilates, I can't remember if we've done it in our yoga, but we're going to roll like a ball. I think we did in one or two classes, rolling like a ball. So first we want to get the shape of the ball. Holding here, curling, but lengthening the spine at the same time. Make sure the shoulders go back. We get as small as we can. And then from here, we're lifting our legs. We're going to roll back to the upper back, never to our neck, never to our head, to our shoulders, really. And then we'll roll back up and hover. So it looks like this, rolling back, and then bring it up and hover for a count of 10. Rolling back, inhale back, exhale, come up and hover. Inhale back, exhale. So it shouldn't feel like we're flopping back. I want you to keep as curled as you can. That should be 4. Inhale, exhale. It might feel really nice massage through both sides of the spine, those big muscle groups. Inhale, exhale. You can use your legs for a little momentum, finding those sit bones, lengthening, right? And then roll back. That should be 7 or 8. Use pulling your belly in a little tighter as you roll up, as your brakes. Inhale back, exhale hover, and then coming to a hover. So we might be on our tailbone a lot, but we want to sort of adjust so that we're not just hanging out on our tailbone. Let your sit bones take some of the weight, and let's lengthen our legs out and then come back. Now I know we've done this. Inhale and exhale. So we're not really rolling back, right? We're just kind of lengthening, and it's okay. Maybe you lengthen one side. Maybe you lengthen the other side. Maybe we don't go that far, right? All this is very strengthening for our core. The core, having a strong core in the whole body, we should be feeling this, right? Inhale, exhale, one more. And then lower down, good. Let's take our legs out and find those sit bones again. Shaking. So we shake the legs. I like to have us do that so we can kind of relax the muscles, right? So the hip flexors maybe worked really hard just then, the thighs. So shaking those legs out actually can kind of shock the muscles into relaxing. So now we're back at staff pose, right? Inhale, exhale, hands down to the mat, lifting the heart, shoulders back. Good. Feet are together, legs are together. Sometimes using extra muscles of the legs just to keep them together. Let's shake it out. Good. We're going to take our right ankle over our left. And then take our toes back towards our shins. So the toes are actually end up pointing to the ceiling instead of having relaxed feet. So it looks like this, not this. And again, it's your body. So these are just suggestions. But here, we're bringing ourselves into a forward fold. Inhale, pull the belly back and curl forward. Taking our hands down by our side, shoulders rolling back, getting a little more length in the neck, and maybe feeling more of a stretch through the back of the left leg. Just get a couple more breaths here. And then uncrossing the legs. Let's take it to the other side. Toes pointing up. Legs are straight, knees can be a little unlocked, they're a lot unlocked, but a little bit soft, maybe a little bit bent. Inhale, exhale, pulling the belly back. Let's slide our hands back, roll our shoulders back, lengthen the neck, and breathe. And let's come stacking the vertebrae, coming up, and then feet are flat. Scooch forward a little. So again, we're on the sit bones. Try not to be hanging out on the tailbone. But now we are going to roll the tailbone down. We're going to roll all the way back, one vertebrae at a time, as we zip the front core, lowering your head, and then walking our feet back. So we're going into bridge. Hands down by our side, shoulders down, and then pressing the hips up. I'd like you to keep the feet and knees together. I'd like you to lengthen the thighs. You can always walk your feet back, because if the ankles are not below the knees and they're a little further out, you're going to be straining more than you need to, right? And then so you can always adjust your feet while you're in your bridge. So let's send the hips up, let's lift the heart, keep breathing. If you feel any pressure on your neck, go ahead and press the shoulders a little bit more, but still gently. Shoulders, elbows, feet taking the weight. Energizing bridge pose. Great for energy, it's good for the thyroid. So our chin is closer to our chest, but not on our chest in a bridge pose. And let's let's roll down from the top of the spine. So we sort of are in a curled tailbone. Tailbone is still pointing somewhat up, and then we lower the tailbone last. So that's about curling the spine and lowering the vertebrae. So let's roll up that way, right? So let's take the tailbone up and then peeling the spine off the mat, lengthening, shoulders gently taking the weight, shoulders, elbows, hands, and feet. Feel free to adjust your feet, feet and knees together. Keep pressing through both sides of both feet. Breathing deeply. If you can lift the heart, still having that space between your chin and your chest, but remember, no weight on the neck or the head. Your head is just relaxed on the floor, on the mat behind you. Pressing, lengthening the thighs, breathing. And then rolling down from the top of the spine to the tailbone last. Let's cross our right knee over our left. Arms are out to the side. So kind of like in the eagle pose, right? We're not in a figure four here. We're in our thighs are glued together. We're going to take our knees over to the right. Just see if you can find release through the hips. Feel free to adjust the feet, or at least the left foot, keeping our shoulders on the floor, keeping strong through the core, gently lacing up that corset. Try to relax and release everything here, right? We don't want to be holding on and tightening. We want to release the whole body. Pull the belly in, and let's just bring our knees over to the other side. Always using the core. Always adjusting as needed. Pulling the belly in, coming back to the center. And then adjusting our feet. Let's cross the left ankle, left knee and thigh together. And then bringing both knees over to the left this time. Again, adjusting, keeping our shoulders relaxed and down. Feel free to look in one direction or the other. Remember, our neck has so much more flexibility than the rest of our spine. Breathe into wherever you feel tightness. Visualizing those muscles, releasing, relaxing. Pull the belly in tight, and let's shift our knees to the other side. And then coming back to the center. We'll take both feet flat and then lengthen both legs out and arms overhead, getting our full body stretch, our full body yawn. It's okay for your low back to lift a little, but don't force it. Again, be as natural as you can. And as we lengthen, we'll take a big inhale. Completely exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep lengthening one more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then release. So we're going to slide our left leg over and then our right leg over. So our left foot can be off the mat and our right leg is right alongside of it. And then let's shift our shoulders over. So we're going into crescent, a little different, right? Usually we go from star to crescent. We're just going to shift our shoulders, see if we can lower our shoulders, maybe line up our hips. And so I'm going to just stand up so you can see what I'm talking about here. So our feet are still together, but now they're shifted over, and our arms are maybe overhead, elbows down, maybe our hands are not touching, but our shoulders are shifting, and we're getting a crescent stretch. Now, if you'd like, pull the belly in, lift up the right leg and cross the right ankle over the left, and then readjust, always using your core. Crescent stretch with a little extra side hip stretch. Always breathing into it. Pull the belly in tight. Let's release that right leg. And then slowly make our way to the other side. If you want to move the shoulders first, that's fine. Just level them out so both shoulders are on the floor. Bringing the left leg and the right leg. First the right, maybe on the floor, maybe the left on the floor. But our torso is still lined up with the mat. Maybe adjust your hips so both hips are level on the mat. Pulling the belly in. If you'd like to cross the left ankle over, whatever adjustments you need, and breathe. If you need to bring your foot off, your left ankle off before we're all ready to do it, make sure you always use your core. It's almost like you're zipping your core up to lift that leg. And so now we'll all do that. Let's pull the core in, lift the left leg, and then sliding our legs back and our arms back. So now we're shoulders back, lining up with the mat. Let's take one more full body yawn. Big inhale and exhale, and preparing for Shavasana. The ultimate pose where you bring it all together, your yoga practice. Breathe into whatever body parts need your breath, whatever thoughts, whatever is going on in your head. Bring it all together. The thoughts, the body, bring it all center, all to one. And then preparing for your Shavasana, you may want one more stretch or one more pose, one more twist, whatever you need. Sending the breath wherever it is needed. Perhaps you go back to the 3-part breath, or just deeply and slowly. We find patience by surrendering to our feelings. Patience cannot be forced. It is a gift, one that closely follows acceptance and gratitude. When we work through our feelings to fully accept who we are and what we have, we will be ready to be and have more. to your breath. Breathing deeply, breathing slowly. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana or to make your way to seated. Bring hands to heart center, being grateful for our yoga practice. I am grateful to all of you. Shanti, 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 peace in our thoughts, peace in our words, peace in our heart. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you. I will see you all next week. Maybe I'll see some of you tomorrow as well. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.